Hello, is this Erin?
Hello?
Hello, this is Sean.
Hi. Your phone's going, like, it sounds weird.
Yeah, I'm in my vehicle. It's snowing here, so I'm trying to warm up a little bit. I got it on
Oh.
speakerphone because it doesn't want to work worth a shit. If I got it next to my head, it dials numbers and hangs up on people and all sorts of creepy crap.
Yeah. So what's going on with Caribbean now?
Man, that woman is nuttier than fucking squirrel turds. So is she
Is she
threatening
still
you?
talking about you?
Do what?
Is she still talking about you?
No, we're not talking to each other at all.
No, I
Matter
mean,
of
is she
fact,
talking about you on Facebook?
I don't know. She's blocked from me.
Oh.
She
Her
had
name
to.
is Kara Rogers.
I'm
And
aware of that.
she lives in my county.
Yeah, Officer Jai Rogers made me aware of that, although he kept calling her a him.
Yeah.
So she threatened you?
Oh, yeah, before. But
Yeah.
she's apologized since then. I don't talk to her.
Well, a lot of these people, to them it's just drama, but to me it's my life, and they offered to help and didn't.
Yeah.
So I'm having a major issue with that. Like, how much bullying was in those groups? Was it just a tiny bit, or was it a whole fucking shit ton?
The whole group is bullying.
Exactly. And
That's all
that's
it
the
was made
thing.
for.
They were slandering the fuck out of me. That Adam Klein feller was pretty bad. That Sarah Victoria Funderburg lady was pretty bad. Her family fucking
Yeah,
was
Adam Klein, I think, was the other Kara.
Kara Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got
Well,
a
her real name is Kara Kemp, I guess.
Kara Kemp. Cause
Kara Kemp.
well, the name that she put on my paperwork is Kara Miles.
Oh, okay.
A lot of
So maybe
people
it's Kara Kemp Miles, I don't know.
people keep telling me that they can't make a report because they're out of state. Meanwhile, she's in Texas, and the slander that she said was allowed in court before I was ever allowed to even speak. Matter of fact, I was never allowed to speak. Every time I tried, they shut me down.
Yeah.
So obviously the rules are different than they are for me, and I have a list of other people who are going through the same crap, just not as bad. People who have families keep telling me, oh, well, I did it all myself, and, they didn't. And a lot of other people are like, oh, well, I moved to a new place, and I'm doing just fine. Yeah, but you weren't accused of murder or child molestation or rape or any of that shit.
Right.
I still have people who think that I killed Natalie getting a hold of me to harass me.
Yeah.
The cops.
Have you tried to reach out to any of the news groups there?
Ma'am, I've tried to reach out to the news. A lot of people have tried to reach out to the news. The news has got me on a blackout because they slandered my name too.
Yeah.
Also, when I said I was going after the judges who took part in Natalie's protection order way back in December, I meant it. So they prevented me from going to court, and even though it's a conflict of interest, that very same judge gave them a protection order, knowing that I was locked up in jail and prevented from going. In the state of Colorado, you have 7 days. You have to have your requisition in 7 days before court if you're not able to go. I wasn't even handed the protection order in any of those 3 cases until 6 days before court. The one with Natalie, I was handed it. It was handed to me in Boulder, where I went to meet up with Natalie to try to get the threats and the harassment and the assaults to stop. But she didn't give a fuck. And then one of the other ones I was handed in the Boulder County, or in the Arapahoe County Jail.
What happened in Virginia with the? What was the big thing that made you guys blow out anyway?
A telephone. It was a fucking telephone.
Alicia's telephone?
Alicia's. It was actually Natalie's telephone.
Oh, really?
It was broken as all fuck. But Alicia wanted to be nice to me and give it to me for my birthday. That's the thing, is that they were trying to be nice to me. But the fact is that they went out of their way not to understand. I've been threatened, harassed, insulted, assaulted, and had my friends and family harassed and assaulted over this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I need people that are actually willing to make a report instead of making excuses, I mean,
Yeah.
if
But, like, do you feel like it's going to do anything at all, or is it just going to make things worse and make more people threaten you and try to do things to you?
ma'am, it can't get any worse than what I'm going through. I can't explain to you that I can't afford to live. How can it make it any worse for the truth to come out? I'm trying not. That's the point, is that everybody keeps making excuses not to, and that is an excuse. Ma'am, this harassment...
I'm just saying, like, even though you don't have anything, you know, like, I just don't want it to make things worse where they end up coming and finding you and actually killing you.
I hope they do kill me. Either help me get an honest day in court or help them kill me, ma'am. That's the point. My life fucking sucks. I can't see any of my loved ones. I have no income. I'm stuck out here in the fucking weather. I am subject to anybody who wants to abuse me can. I have warrants out for my arrest for trying to turn in the fucking cops. They did everything they could to prevent it. I don't care if there's a possibility it gets worse, because it won't get better if nobody puts forth a goddamn effort, ma'am.
Where, you don't have any parents or anything around?
I don't what?
You don't have any parents around at all?
Ma'am, everybody asks me that. No, I don't have a family that gives a fuck.
Well, I can understand it there. I feel the same way.
I've been asking for help. I needed family help. My family doesn't give a shit. They don't give a fuck that their help fucked me worse. My mom didn't try to help. My dad didn't try to help. They treated me like shit over this. They always have. And people who know me in person, alright, are fucking afraid to come forward. And I have screenshot after screenshot of that. I can't get anyone to look. After what the media did to me, they're not going to take a look. After what the cops did to me, they're not going to take a look. After what the Bollingers did to me, they're not going to take a look. The Bollingers aren't going to take a look at the fact that the reason that I am still speaking out is because of what the cops did. The cops aren't paying attention to the real reason that I'm speaking out is because of what the Bollingers and media did. And the media doesn't care that because of what the cops did and the Bollingers did, I am still speaking out. They just treat me like I'm a shitty excuse for human beings.
Rose and Danica and we're being nice to you now.
Who?
Well, that's the last I've seen. Rose and Danica and what was the other one?
That's the point with people not paying attention and not keeping in contact, though. It was out of sight, out of mind.
I work a lot and I have a lot of stuff going on in my life, too. So
I know.
Be on Facebook all the time anymore.
And that's the thing, is that, all right, the officers tried saying that people didn't want to help me probably because of the way that I act. I act this way because when I asked nicely, I got blown off.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go running around fucking assaulting people, but they can assault the fuck out of me, and I can't even make a police report. That's the thing, though. I mean, for them to say that...
Where are you at now? Like, what state?
I'm in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I have warrants in Nebraska for trying to go after the cops there. I have warrants in fucking Colorado for trying to go after the cops there. I needed someone in my corner to make those cops take my fucking report. Every time that I talked to a cop, I tried to explain to them what was going on, and they fucking blew me off and refused to investigate. My public pretenders, every one of them refused to. Ma'am, I needed people to go in with me who were informed, and nobody's informed. You think Shelly and fucking Danica are being nice to me? No, they went out of their way to lie to me repeatedly and send people like Karen Miles after me to fucking lie and pretend and all of that shit. And then they got protection orders against me. Illegally got protection orders against me. And officers illegally removed evidence. Ma'am, without people making reports about all the threats and harassment in those Facebook groups and making an effort and documenting it if the cops refuse to fucking do it, I'm screwed. I want my life to end for a reason. My life fucking sucks. I have no income, and these people fucking framed me for shit that I didn't fucking do.
I don't know. I know it's hard to go up against, you know, the law.
I wouldn't have to go up against the law if I could have gotten someone in the state of Colorado to go in with me. What they did is called fucking entrapment, and they were only able to do it because I had to go in alone.
Right.
I have to
It's too
speak
bad
out,
that you
ma'am.
couldn't find somebody that's close to you that can help you work on things, you know?
I've been
That has the
trying,
time to do
ma'am.
it.
It's been one issue after another. I mean, I went all the way to California to try to get that taken care of. And in California, I mean, Shannon Alvarado, with all the sticking up for me that she did, she's abusive as fuck. She's an alcoholic. And that gives me severe fucking panic attacks, too. You know, I needed a safe environment, and none of these places are safe. That's the point.
And I don't even know what to tell you to do because it's like everybody's out for you, you know, instead of trying to help you.
They're not trying to help me, or they'd fucking go in with me or make a goddamn report, ma'am. People keep saying, well, I can't make a report, I'm out of state. Well, that Kara fucking Rogers, or not Kara Rogers,
Yeah, Kara Rogers.
Not Kara Rogers. Stop. I made a mistake. I'm sorry, okay? I made a mistake. My words don't come together right when I'm fucking stressed.
I understand.
You were threatened. I need you to make a fucking report about those threats. That is the only way to get this door opened. That's the thing, ma'am, is that people from out of state have been able to put their reports in, and then the people who say they want to help me won't even try because they're out of state and stupid shit like that.
I tried to make reports on the Adam Klein person and the other people with Kara Miles and Kara Mia. When I called the Colorado Department, police department, they said that I had to go through Facebook first to make a report. I went through Facebook, they denied it.
Well, I made plenty through Facebook.
All the harassment and all the threats up.
Ma'am, I made reports about that stuff and they accepted mine. That's the point, ma'am, is that harassment, whether it's Facebook says it's okay or not, Facebook is not the law.
Right.
That's the point. That was harassment. That was threats.
Exactly.
The stuff that they did to me is unacceptable.
Well, all I can do is try again.
Please try again, and please record it.
Okay.
I'm overwhelmed, ma'am. I don't have the money to live on.
You don't get any kind of money at all?
No, ma'am. They took away my disability, and they won't give it back because there's warrants out for my arrest.
Oh.
I couldn't jump through their hoops without money, and they kept on making me jump through all of those hoops.
What are the warrants for exactly?
For failure to appear because they prevented me from going to court, and they didn't do, my public pretender didn't do her job to coordinate with these other counties. The fact is, I was trying to get officers to do their job. I need a place where I can sit down and write it all down, and there's too much of it. That's the thing, is I need a safe place. I needed a safe place before Natalie died.
Okay, well, if I report it and they do take the report, they're not going to do anything until you can get past your FTAs and turn yourself in.
That's the problem, ma'am, is that I was assaulted and abused in those jails by the guards. I can't turn myself in. And they will prevent me from going to court like they did in multiple occasions last year, ma'am. I shouldn't have had to do that stuff. People who said they would help did not. They didn't try to understand the situation. They just kept telling me what I need to do. Sean, you need to do this, and you need to do that. No, they won't let me do those things. What was their excuse before the fucking warrants? You know? What was their excuse then? That's the point, ma'am, is that there needs to be a special panel put together to fucking take a look at this evidence, and I need a place to sit down and write it all down. If I go to Colorado, they're going to make sure that I don't get to go to any of those court dates, and they will fucking punish me for those court dates as well. They took away my First Amendment right, ma'am.
I understand. What I'm telling you, though, is if I report it, nothing's going to happen until anything's done with your FTAs. They're just going to throw it away.
That's the point, is that it's illegal for them to throw it away.
I know, but there's nothing I can do to make sure that they don't throw it away.
You can make an effort at trying to do it, though.
Right.
So please try.
All right, I
and
will.
please record it.
I will. I've got to go, though. I got to get my laundry out of the laundry mat downstairs.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll try, and I'll message you when I get done filing the reports.
Thank you, ma'am. File as many as you can. That harassment and bullying was so fucking wrong. And if you can take screenshots from any of the other Facebook groups you're in, please do.
Okay.
I reported on Adam Klein on 11 of his posts, and all 11 of them were not rejected by Facebook. None of them
I know.
were
I
rejected.
reported the page, too, and that he was pretending to be somebody else, and they still left it up.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I reported the page from different Facebook accounts and everything. From my husband's, from my son's, from my nephews, everybody's legit Facebook accounts, and they still did nothing.
You see, that's the point. In order to do that, you have to be friends with them. That's why the Facebook accounts that I created were destroyed, is because either Kara Rogers or Layla Johnson, who were on my friends list, were the ones reporting it. They were only pretending to be on my side.
Yeah.
And if people are threatening you too, like, that shit's not okay. I took a screenshot of that where you said that you were threatened as well. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I have all of those screenshots of all of that shit. I just need to try to get someone to look at it, and they keep trying to get me to go to therapy. It costs me money to do that. I don't have an income. They literally did everything they could to make sure that I couldn't show up in court so that I would get a failure to appear, which is how all of this fucking ended up being a giant goddamn mess to begin with. I went to every court date before I finally had to break the law to force them to take a look.
Yeah.
And then people throw me away because I'm frustrated and because I've been fucking abused. Of course I'm fucking frustrated. The abuse is still going on. I still can't see my loved ones no matter what I do. How can it get worse than that? That's what I want to know. I'm going to let you go so you can do your laundry.
Okay. All right, Sean. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Erin Cockerham, folks.